Hello there my fellow holotable heroes, and welcome to the first ever kit reveal video about Beat Dynasty. That's right. Now normally I don't really do kit reveal videos, but with the release of Profundity, there's lots of things really to talk about and think about how this fleet will work, and that's what I want to do in this video. Just go through the kit reveal, not in exact complete detail because you can read it in your own time, just kind of highlight some of the key synergies and mechanics of this fleet, and then at the same time just try to talk about how this will interact with any counters you might want to use to take down Profundity. But first, let's just look at the state of the rebel fleet we have in the game. So at the moment, we've got 10 ships, and obviously second, their capital ship is coming. And CG recommends to use with Profundity Outrider, Hans Millennium Falcon, Rebel Y-Wing, and then reinforcements Phantom and Ghost. This, in my mind, I don't know, obviously CG's recommendations aren't always ideal, but just looking at a quick glance as we'll be going through, you will see that this probably makes sense because obviously Outrider there's got download progress that synergizes obviously great with Profundity. You got Falcon there for the assists and everything, and Dispelling on its basic. You got Y-Wing for taunting that also has synergies because it's a crewless ship with Profundity. And then bringing in Phantom as your first reinforcement and Ghost as the second reinforcements. Again, there is some synergy with Profundity there, that if you bring 2 reinforcements in a row, you get some extra bonuses. And then we have the leftover fleet. Now, usually with Home 1, you would start with Bistan, Biggs and Hans Falcon, but obviously Falcon moves into Profundity fleet. Then Raven's Claw is kind of a poor Mel's Falcon. It can somewhat replaces it. It's got also some attacks out of turn and some nice damage as well. And this leaves then Cassian and Wedge as the reinforcements. Again, Cassian in most cases is the first reinforcement at the moment in Home 1 fleet anyways. So hopefully Home 1 will still be able to, you know, get some job done as well on its own. But we'll have to wait and see, obviously, once everything settles down and see what the best fleet split is. Okay, so looking here at forum post, as mentioned before, this is the synergy suggestions by CG, and definitely in terms of pure synergy itself, this definitely seems like the optimal team to use with Profundity, but maybe some of the synergies in practice won't be all that useful, and you may want to use something else. We'll have to wait and see. Then there is the whole blurb about, you know, developer insights and so on. I won't go into that. Okay, so let's start off with the basic ability. Now, basic ability is really kind of 2 abilities in one. So if it's Profunity's turn, it will do a lot of things. Most importantly, it will grant target ally a bonus turn, and this ally then will be able to ignore taunt and also increase download progress by 10%. If it's not Profundity's turn, if it was called to assist, then it will inflict daze for 1 turn which can't be resisted. Which is a bit of an interesting one, that you land the daze if anyway Profunity will be preventing turn meter manipulation anyways. But anyways, it's just 2 different abilities here really, depending whether Profundity has a turn or it's called to assist. Special number 1, it will increase download progress by 10%, and then as well target ally will be called to assist twice. Now this is pretty powerful because if you go further down, depending on how many times during this you deal damage, you can apply different debuffs, and these can't be resisted. So if you get 9 or more instances of damage, shield disruption will get applied to the target enemy. Now, as you know, if you call, for example, Outrider to assist, Outrider on its basic deals damage 3 times, so here it will be called to assist twice, so that's already 6 times damage from Outrider. And then maybe Hans Falcon there comes in for an assist, calls somebody else for assist, and suddenly you deal damage 9 times. So as you can see, pretty powerful mechanic here for this special ability. The second special is equally powerful. I would imagine this is how the AI and also you potentially will want to start off your battle with second special, because it will dispel, most importantly, stealth and tenacity up from all non-rebel enemies. So this will not apply, I guess, to mirror matches, but probably this is more targeting their executor, because remember, Xanadu blood starts in stealth, everybody got tenacity up, so you'll be able to pull all those buffs away from them. and then also different enemies, whatever buffs they had, they will get some different debuffs. So this is the most important one. So for the enemies that lost stealth, they will be inflicted with marked for 2 turns. So what you'll be able to do, start off with this ability, get Xanadu blood out of stealth, and then you'll just be able to probably take him out quickly, hopefully, before they get to do much. We'll see how it works in practice. And then as well, depending on their roles, what they are, they get different bonuses, your guys, as well. So this is the most important one. Crewless tanks, just crewless, so I definitely will want to use Rebel Y-Wing here. They will gain taunt for 2 turns and 4 stacks of reinforced hull. If you don't know what reinforced hull is, it's that buff that Razor Crest starts off with 5 stacks that gains extra defense for each stack. So Y-Wing will be very, very durable here. So moving on, we got unique. Quite a lot here, as you can see, quite a lot of highlighted. It's a lot of packed in here. Anyway, let's start first with the first one. Profundity gains 10 speed for each dark side enemy, including the capital ship. So this is similar how Finalizer works, where Finalizer for the first at the beginning of the battle gains extra speed, and this will probably mean that Profundity most likely will be fastest capital ship out of the gate. Obviously it will lose this speed after its initial turn, but initially you'll be able to go out, use your special to pull everybody out of stealth or whatever, and get your plays going that way. And it will also give crewless rebel tanks taunt for 1 turn. On top of it all, rebel cargo ships gain 4 stacks of reinforced hull as well. So if you're going back to special 2, you start off the battle, you will go first because of all the extra speed. Use special 2, then crewless tank, your Y-Wing gets 4 stacks of reinforced hull, and now both Outrider and Millennium Falcon as well get 4 stacks of reinforced hull, so they should all be able to survive any big hits coming in your way from Executor opening mass attack as well. So very powerful ability. There's also some cool other stuff in there, but I don't want to go too much into detailing everything because I'll be here for half an hour talking. Now, whenever Rebel ally scores a critical hit, there's a 20% chance to call another random ally to assist, including the capital ship. So this goes back to the basic of the Profundity. If it's called to assist, it will only land the days. It will not do all the other juicy stuff. And whenever a Rebel ally assists, download is increased by 1%. Now, you probably also know Outrider itself has the same thing, that whenever a Rebel scores a critical hit, download is increased as well. So there is more ways here. Together I think you'll be able to get this 100% download very quickly with a combination of Profundity and Outrider. So moving on, whenever an enemy is summoned, so this is a call out obviously to counter the vulture droids from Malevolence. All allies will gain protection up, so they'll be even more juicy in combination with the reinforced hull. And then whenever an enemy reinforces, rebel allies gain 150% defense for 1 turn. So reinforced hull, protection up, and 150% defense. So if you think you're just gonna bring in Spy, for example, with your Malevolence and just knock somebody out, they probably won't do a whole lot of damage. And there's also a call out to TIE Advanced here. So if TIE Advanced is deployed at the start of the battle, increase the cooldown of call reinforcement for a capital ship by 1. So this kind of negates the reduction of reinforcement abilities that you would get with TIE Interceptor in an Empire fleet. So probably Chimaera would still maybe be able to somehow counter this fleet if you would be able to bring TIE Interceptors straight in and get some control of the field. That's why they did this, so you can't. Definitely Chimaera seems to be shut down, Malevolence seems to be shut down here. And let's moving on. If Profundity uses call reinforcement on consecutive turns, that's why you need to bring Ghost as the reinforcement number 1, and then Phantom as well. And then you'll be able to dispel all buffs on all enemies and dispel all debuffs on all allies. So this is huge. So definitely seems like using the 2 Phoenix ships as reinforcements will be ideal here. And this is a red line there. So as you can see, first, okay, we're shutting down with all this summoned and stuff and reinforcement, we're shutting down Malevolence, then we're shutting down Empire fleets. And if that is not all enemies All allies and enemies are immune to turn meter manipulation. No turn meter removal, no turn meter gain. Now, think about no turn meter removal, okay, but no turn meter gain. Think about that for a moment. Finalizer. Why we can take down executors with Finalizer is because of so much bonus turn meter your first order fleet is getting, right? Same thing with Negotiator. Why Negotiator can get plays going? You use mass attack, get turn meter to your guys, and then as well, whenever one of the allies falls below 50% health, right, Anakin gains 100% turn meter. This won't happen. Anakin won't be gaining 100% turn meter anytime that happens. And also you won't be able to feed turn meter to the capital ship, assuming this applies to capital ship as well, turn meter manipulation, I would imagine so. And moving on as well, same thing, home one with their beast stands viewing, you also rely on turn meter gains from target locks, right? Also Hunt Falcon, the same thing, when he does his spinning trick, you won't be able to get 100% turn meter straight away to get another back-to-back turn. So all fleets pretty much rely here on turn meter. Same thing with whenever vulture droids die off, Malevolence gains bonus turn meter. Then it can get to its ion cannon faster, right? And you think, oh, maybe Radus. Well, Radus relies on turn meter as well, to be honest, because Radus' ultimate is very slow, so you need your ships to be getting lots of turns, so you can reduce cooldowns of your ultimate. Because all the abilities from Radus actually are boosting turn meter to your team. So we'll see what will be able to counter with this fleet. They say the Executor will still be able to beat it. I'm pretty sure, because you know so much firepower Executor brings. But all the other fleets, you know, it will take some testing that will figure it out. But you know, no need to panic, to be honest, because maybe a lot of these abilities, maybe you know, the turn meter manipulation will only come at a 7 stars. Again, we'll have to wait and see to test the different star levels of Profundity. And finally, the ultimate abilities, it requires 100% download progress that you can use it, and on top of it all, it has a cooldown of 4, which is extremely low for an ultimate ability. I think Chimaera's got 4 turn cooldown as well. Everybody else have higher cooldowns. Obviously, so the key to countering Profanity will be to slow down their download progress, which is easier said than done, because you know they're getting download progress just by attacking out of turns, which Millennium Falcon will be a lot, by scoring critical hits, again lots of assists, then Outrider their deals damage 3 times on its basic. So definitely I think they'll be getting to 100% download progress very quickly. So no matter what fleet will try and use to counter it, it will be all about trying to control the download progress they have, which is not going to be very easy, because remember, we cannot gain or remove turn meter both for allies and enemies. So this is the kind of the overview of the kit here that we do have for Profundity. Definitely very powerful. It seems like, especially with this turn meter manipulation, looks like CG has learned their lesson when it came to Executor. Because of the turn meter, we were able to kind of get plays going with Malevolence, then Home 1 and Finalizer as well, that you can take down different comps of Executor fleets. And this time CG said straight down, do you know what guys, no turn meter gains for anybody, so this will be much harder to take these guys out. But we'll have to wait and see how it goes. Obviously we'll be doing lots of testing myself and the community. Now personally I will not be unlocking Profundity yet, so it will take a while before I can do some testing, but we'll have to wait and see if I can get help from somebody from community that will have Profundity, so we can test different things. As you can see, I still need to 7-star my Outrider, and then I also need to have a few relics to take care of. To do so, I need to get also here Admiral Radis to 7 stars, and obviously to Relic 9. Cassia needs to go to Relic 8, Dash to Relic 7, and both of these ladies to Relic 5. So these are still requirements. Probably, I'm trying to be optimistic here, in 3 months I might unlock Profundity, and then what, another 6 to 9 months probably to get it to 7 stars. Depends obviously how many crystals I'll have saved up for the refreshes for the event. Alright guys, hopefully this video was useful and helpful. just talking you through some of the key mechanics and synergies in the Profundity fleet that you will need to look out for, whether you'll be using it or trying to counter it. So thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.